Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of season 3 here at Cambridge United. Before we start, let me say thank you to Scott Walker for rejoining the Patreon and Andre as well for joining for the very first time. Thank you, lads. Appreciate the support very much. It's very kind of you. Cheers. Right, moving forward with the rest of the episode, you can see that we will be ending the summer transfer window today. Leon Goretzka, the biggest move so far, to Liverpool for £128 million. Oyarzabal has come to the Premier League for 92.5, as has En-Nesyri for 88.1. Money being splashed everywhere. For the size of club we are, we've got a decent amount of money to spend as well, but only because we've ended up losing a couple of our better players. Okadina sold, unfortunately. Dimmy sold, unfortunately. We have options to look at. Goalkeeping options, certainly. I think I'm going to look to buy a starting goalkeeper. I'm just waiting on scout reports to come back for Cumming and Walton and Rushworth and Cooper. We're still waiting for full scout reports back on the left-back situation. And then I might make another signing if we have the money to be able to do so a little bit later in the video. So we're going to crack on initially by simming this Carabao Cup game against Wimbledon? Against Middlesbrough. A game that, or a competition that, well, I can't really concentrate on any cup competition other than the FA Cup, really, for financial reasons. And then, obviously, the league takes importance over absolutely everything else. Warman involved in that last game, but won't play in the one, or won't start at least in the one against Charlton. Any scout reports back by the time we get here? Cameron Borthwick-Jackson has a scout report, 68 rated. I'm only looking for a backup left back, and he can play at centre back too. I'd be intrigued by Borthwick-Jackson, and he would be a cheaper option as well. Certainly will keep the door open to him. Now, we will look to play 2, sim 2 remaining for the rest of the day. So Charlton, side that we could probably beat. Blackpool, a side that we probably struggle against, but we're at home. Bolton. Let's play Charlton. And then, well, we're in the relegation zone a little bit. So are Ipswich, and they're supposed to be challenging for promotion. Let's go and play Charlton, who are currently 3rd. So obviously they had a good start to the season. We'll probably sim the home games, to be fair. The Blackpool are going to be tough. And hopefully, in the meantime, we'll get some scout reports back. Right. We're at full strength, though. Albeit full strength is slightly weaker than we were when we started the season, because we lost a couple of starting players. Brian in at centre-back, of course. Still waiting for the youngster Gwilt to turn 16 so we can call him up. But growth elsewhere in the squad continually. Let's go to the Valley and try and get 3 points. Any points for the first time this season. If I could stop hitting the bloody woodwork, that would be lovely. In goal for Charlton, Craig McGillivray, Giacimi, Tucker, Lavelle, Clare and Familia Castillo at the back for them. Fairly solid looking defensive line. Morgan, Fraser and Forster-Caskey in the midfield with Josh Davison and Jayden Stockley up top. The front line is their weakest area. Their defence looks pretty decent. They're 3rd in the table so far. If all of the times we hit the woodwork, the ball went in, we'd be on 4 points and nowhere near the relegation zone. But we kept hitting the woodwork yesterday and the ball just wouldn't go in. So for the time being, we're on 0 points and 2nd bottom. Let's hope that we're not 2nd bottom come the end of play today. Plenty of space and time to do so. Chapman bursting. Conde with me. Quick 1-2. Chapman. Oh, he wound up for 10 years before actually letting fly. And I'm going to have to set Conde to stay back whilst attacking because I am getting caught with no midfielder back whatsoever. And it's just a counter-attack against my back 4 every time that Charlton look to break, which isn't necessarily going to be conducive to keeping clean sheets. I'm looking to buy a much better goalkeeper if we can. Look to slot through Joey here. He's going to hold it up well. He has Lancaster there. He'll deliver a ball. Conte flattened. And flattened in such a manner that the referee's pointed to the spot. Now, we haven't been too good at tucking away penalties in this save so far. Lavelle adjudged to have fouled the man. And Joey Ironside will try his best to put this into the back of the net. Which he's done well. We lead by a goal to 0. Our 2nd goal of the season. He's got both. One from the spot, one from open play. We're in front at the Valley. Boos around the ground, though. Evidently, the fans of the home side unhappy with the referee. Conde there. I have changed his instructions to stay back whilst attacking, so hopefully he'll be a little bit less likely to get forward, although not really paying too much attention at the moment, is he? Elijah Stone in there to Joey Ironside, looking for Chapman. I'll try and tuck this back, and if he can hit that first time, we are flying today. Cambridge 2, Charlton 0. And the decision to keep Joey Ironside for the time being as our starting number 1 striker is certainly paying dividends. 3 goals for Cambridge this season, all of them for that man. Morgan inside there to Fraser and whipped. Castilla first time into Forster-Caskey. He's got plenty of options here. Oh, how's the defender missed it? Jaden Stockley pulls one back for Charlton. He's just slightly gone behind the defender and he can't react in time. He's dinked it and he's tried to get there. He's just gone with the wrong foot. He went with his right there. He should have gone with his left, and unfortunately, Brian on debut makes a defensive mistake. That leads to Charlton getting a goal back. I was hoping once we got the 2, that was us done and dusted, and we'd just see it out from there. Not the case. Charlton are going to give us a fight here, and we're going to have to continue to try and attack well to ensure that we don't throw away another lead this season. Nicely round the corner to Stockley. Castillo again. Charlton dangerous. Really dangerous. Stockley has options. Brian is in the way this time. Well done, mate. I am contemplating signing a young Cam from Bristol City and moving Chapman back into centre mid. There is a young guy, Alex Scott, I believe his name is, that looks very good at Bristol City, that would come in and be decent in midfield, and it would mean I'd look to sell George Honeyman, who is in his late 20s, but that's perhaps a move we'll make once we've signed everybody else that we need to in the window and we've filled other positions in the squad. That would be a luxury signing to potentially bring Alex Scott in from Bristol City. For now, we'll leave things as they are. Lancaster's going to have to look for support. There it is. And there's Joey. And there's Chapman. And there's a third. Let's get this win. Give me my first points of the season. George Chapman, as I'm talking about maybe moving him back from Cam. Scores a goal from Cam. One back really well. So far today, we're just putting the ball in the back of the net. As well as we tried to yesterday. This time, it's actually going in, not hitting the woodwork. It's making such a difference. We're not necessarily being any more creative than we were yesterday, to be fair. It's just going in. Oh, I should have played the extra pass. Chapman was free. Thankfully, Conde has now started to listen to that stay back whilst attacking command. And they're offering the defence a little bit of extra protection, which is good news. Castillo works that inside and Conde's there again. He's proving to be quite the acquisition so far, isn't he? Joey into Chapman. We'll go back to Joey again. He's on a hat-trick here, Mr. Ironside, and it really would seal the game at 4. And it'll seal the game at 4. 3 for Joey Ironside. 4 for Cambridge. 3 points. Honeyman. Forward to Warman. Into Joey Ironside. Warman's gone again. And here comes Josh Key on the overlap. And I see Elliot List in the middle. He just can't quite get there. McGillivray nearly ended up in the back of the net himself there. We don't need any more goals, thankfully, so I felt like I could just loft that in and kind of chance my luck and see what happened. Joey's done well to hold that up. Elliot List is on his way, on his run. And there is to be a 5th. Elliot List off the bench for Chapman at Cam. And running off Joe Ironside. Makes a great run. Joey finds him. We are training that passing. Nice pass around the outside. The defender, List, has the pace to get there. And the boos really ring out around the Valley now. They were ringing at 1-0 just from the penalty. At 5-1, it's no surprise that they're unhappy, these home fans. But I am delighted that they're so upset. Sorry, boys. A 5-1 win at the Abbey. At the Abbey? Away from home from the Abbey. Joe Ironside with 3 goals and an assist. We'll take it. We'll take it. Back to the transfer window. A home against Blackpool next. No further scout reports back of any note. So we're going to sim this game at home against Blackpool. And hopefully pick up some more points. Which we do. Singular though. Pointer. 1-0 up thanks to Joey after 3 minutes. And we score 1 minute from the end after they turned it around on us. But on this occasion, we're able to find an equaliser, unlike Wickham. Although Wickham were the ones that scored the late goal to give them the victory against us. So the point sees us up into 14th. And Blackpool were right with us. Ollie Burke's scout report has come back. He's 70 rated. And certainly very capable of doing a job for us. Luton got promoted last year, of course. But one would imagine... I don't remember Ollie Burke playing for Luton last year. So one would imagine he's not actually being utilised in their squad. Ben Perrington would be decent at left-back. 68 rated. There's not too much difference between him and Borthwick Jackson, to be fair. They're both not very quick, but better technically than Bramall, who is rapid... but got nothing technically. And I think I'd rather the higher rated player, to be honest. We have had a couple of scout reports back on goalkeepers, actually. But I'm waiting until we either know about what Trafford's rating is, or we've played against him in the Bolton game at the end of the episode, so we can see how good he is. We know how good Walton is at 71. Cooper is 70 rated and 23 with good positioning. So... he's definitely a goer, although he is only 6'1", which makes me slightly apprehensive. Slightly. But we'll wait and see what happens with Trafford as well. He's 6'4", I think. Indeed he is. More expensive as well, which would indicate perhaps he's slightly higher rated. Between the two left-backs, I think I'm going to go for Borthwick Jackson purely because of his utilitarian ability to play in a number of different positions. Let's go and try... he's cheaper as well, is he? Well, on wages. I'm going to try and buy Borthwick Jackson as a backup left-back. Let's get another deal over the line and bulk out the squad if we can. Will they accept a lower bid? 800,000 is what will go in. They want 1.3. I'll come to his valuation, and if you'll agree with me, I'll be happy. Okay, they definitely want 1.3. We have the money to pay it, but obviously, if you can get a player slightly cheaper, we'll try and get a player slightly cheaper, because every penny counts in the lower leagues. Fine, 1.2. They finally budge. We'll pay it. 1.2. Borthwick Jackson's not on much a week at the minute at all at Burton. We'll probably want a bit of a wage rise. Certainly won't be an important player for me, but so I'm going to have to give him that to ensure that he's happy. I will counter with a 2-year deal because I'm hoping we can find someone else within that 2-year deal. Oh, I don't want a release clause. Within that 2-year deal. Okay, you want a release clause. Fine. That offers us better options longer term. But Borthwick Jackson is doing a job for now. Quite happy to offer him 2,800 if he's happy to sign it, which he is. Good. We have a backup left back. The squad is bulking out in numbers now, as well as in quality. Hopefully that continues to be the case as time goes on. Still waiting for those two youngsters to turn 16 in my youth side. We'll simulate Swindon as well because I want to play... I do want to play... Bolton to see how good I do want to see how good Trafford is in goal. So I want to play against him, try and pepper some shots at him and find out. We get a 1-1 draw against Swindon. Not bad result away from home. We'll take the point. It's continuing the undefeated streak, which is now up to 3 question mark. Indeed it is. And if we can avoid defeat against Bolton, then it will be up to 4. Says Captain Obvious. Elliot List wants to play in a different role. He's saying he can play wherever needed. You'll get the chance in the next one, George. Don't worry, mate. A bid for Afolayan from Fulham of 5 million. For Christ's sake, I am losing all of my best players. They say my executive reckons I could get up to 6.3 for him. We rejected the one from Levante because they were Segunda Liga in La Liga. If they were in the top flight in Spain, would have accepted it. But I negotiated or discussed it with my live chat, and they said because he's Segunda Liga, no. But Fulham, domestically in England, a step up. I have to negotiate this. I will try and get as much money for him as I possibly can. It will probably see Ollie Burke come in, but it said I could get up to about 6.3, so I will ask for 6. That's 2 million over budget or over value, and they will accept it. It looks like Dapo might be leaving us as well. That means we'll have lost Okadina and we'll have lost Dapo in this window, which would be absolutely devastating. I do have some potential options to look at. Onel Hernandez is on the transfer list at Norwich, and he's quick. Not quite as technically gifted as Dapo, and obviously a lot older. This is the Alex Scott, who can play out wide, to be fair. So maybe I bring Alex Scott in. Move Lancaster to the left and play Alex Scott on the right. That could be an option. That definitely could be an option. Ollie Burke can play as a wide man as well. He's obviously got the pace. And to be fair, 74 dribbling, he's not bad. Ollie Burke could be a go-to as well, and he's younger as well and cheaper. I might go Ollie Burke. I might go Ollie Burke. Alex Scott, you feel he's probably going to be getting first-team football at Bristol City, whereas Ollie Burke has only just gone up to the Championship with Luton, and they'd probably be looking to strengthen. So I'll go for Ollie Burke over Alex Scott. Once I get promoted, if I get promoted, Rangers want Joey, for Christ's sake! It's my best goal scorer. Piss off, Rangers. 1.8 million is bugger all, though. He's my top goal scorer and has been all save long. 1.8 million is nothing, but because he's 29, they reckon that he's only valued up to about 2. To us, Joey Ironside is valued more than 1.8 million. I know it's Rangers. Fuck. But he's valued more. He's my star striker. I can't sell him for 1.8 million. If they'll pay... I can't sell him for 1.8 million. I just can't justify losing. We're in a financial position now where I don't need to sell. I'm in a financial position where I don't need to sell. So unless they pay over the odds for him, they're not having him. I'm putting my foot down. There has to be a line somewhere. And the line is no. The line is no. The line is there. You're not having Joey Ironside. Ezra Fuller, a goalkeeper, 66 rated, that youngster. No, I'm gonna go for... Well, let's see how good Trafford is. And then we'll see how good he is for Bolton, and then we'll make a decision about goalkeeper from there. Dapo has gone, though. Dapo has gone to Fulham. I have to draw the line somewhere. I can't just sell absolutely everybody from my starting lineup. It's just not fair. We've got £11 million. I'm going to go and get Ollie Burke. Having just got promoted from the league below. And he was... I don't recall him ever playing against us for Luton either. Whenever we played them. So he's obviously just a squad player for them. They want 2.7. I'll try and get him for under 2.2 if I can. Hopefully they'll negotiate a little bit, but they are obviously a rival, Luton. It would perhaps be the opportunity to revive a man's career. £2.2 million they will accept for Ollie Burke. He's on £9 a week, which is a lot. But hopefully he'll take a wage cut to drop down a division and get back into a starting lineup. 3-year length of contract is fine by me. We'll accept that. I'll remove the bonus and offer him 6.5. He can have a £54,000 signing bonus, and he'll accept 6.5. Right, now because we rejected that bid for Joe Ironside, I will now reward him with a new contract. Because it only makes sense. We're going to give him an incentive to stay. Once important, can have it. And I will give him a big contract. Doesn't want an extension. Counter. We'll add an extension, thank you very much. Of at least a year. Come on. Thank you. Right, no release clause. Salary. I will give you a big wage. I will double your wages. It's only fair. We will double Joey's wages to keep him at the club. We'll double his wages. Joey Ironside stays, and his form and faith with us will be rewarded. Right then. Let me go and sort some... well, actually, how long is it going to take to retrain you at left wing? It shouldn't take too long at all, should it? If he's already got right wing there. Good. Good. 2 weeks for Ollie Burke to retrain as a left winger. He will go into the starting lineup immediately as a left winger. And we are going to be underway momentarily. Adam May will drop out of the squad to start off with. Ollie Burke is out there on the left-hand side. We've had a setback. We've had multiple setbacks, but we're recovering well enough, I think. We're recovering well enough. I will still look to get... Oh, Holland's 16! Thank the Lord. Bit more squad depth, and we've completed the youth development for the board as well. There's a tick. Good. And hopefully we'll find a defender as well. Right. The squad is bulking out. I just need the centre-back signing, which is that young 16-year-old, and a goalkeeper. And I think we're happy with where the squad is. I could swap Lancaster and Burke. Burke is right-footed. But Jack is a right winger only. Although he's not getting any boosts out there either, is he, to be fair? What boost does he get out there? +4. 4-1-2-5. 4-1-2-5. Okay, Jack on the left. Ollie on the right. Right winger on the right. Right footer on the right. Left footer on the left. Okay, we'll do it that way. Right, come on then. Let's go and see if Trafford is any good against Bolton. If he is, brilliant. If he isn't, not a problem. We'll go and sign someone else. James Trafford is in goal for Bolton and he's 68 rated. So the other two we're looking at are slightly higher rated, but I believe Trafford has a higher ceiling. Difficult decision to be made at goalkeeper, it seems. Kieran Sadlier on the right. And they've got Kexkes, Santos, Aimson and Declan John as the rest of their backline. Thomason, Dempsey and Blake Johnson, a regen at Cam, with Birdvarson and Dion Charles up top. Bolton higher up the table than us, I believe, at this stage. But we are on a little bit of a resurgence. And hopefully that resurgence will continue. Lancaster is on the left. Burke is on the right. We'll just have to wait and see how they play on those given sides. We know that Jack can do the job on either side. If Burke is better cutting in, like Dapo was, then maybe we look to use the wingers on opposite wings as we were previously. Alternatively, we'll wait and see how they play on the wing that suits their foot or footedness and see how we get on. Here he is then, Ollie Burke, on debut, standing the ball up. Nearly getting us an assist. Elijah Stone will knock that down. And Jack awkwardly hits it on his right, frustratingly. Otherwise, he could have had a goal there, shooting with his left. I feel relatively okay rejecting the bid from Rangers for Joey Ironside. They will have the ability to sign people that are better than Joey and be able to or have people in their squad that are already better as well. So I think we can justify it, especially with the way that we offered him a new, bigger contract as well. I think that's only fair. After losing 2 of my best players already in this window and nearly 3 with Lancaster as well. And we could yet lose more if transfer deadline day doesn't go favourably for us. But no bids have come in for any other big players like Chapman or even young players that have potential like Teddy Coles, etc. No bids there yet. Hopefully we won't get them, but we're not in the typical position of being, oh, they're going to score, being in a low division with no money and having to accept bids to stay afloat. We are in a lower division, but we have some money behind us, so we have the financial power to turn some bids down, and we have now done that. He's my captain this year. I'm not going to give him the captain's armband and then immediately ship him out. It's not the sort of club we are. Yikes. No, please. Just waiting for the through ball. Thankfully, I think he was offside. Dempsey wasn't. Birdvarson playing the 1-2, striking it, but Morgan saves. Bolton mean business here today. They are flying at goal. We have a little bit of work to do defensively to try and keep them out anymore. And obviously, some work offensively to try and score the goals to nullify the goal that they've already got. And they might be getting another one. But he's shot wide. Well up, Brian. He's been pretty solid so far, Brian. Made the one mistake for Charlton's goal earlier, but it didn't cost us anything, thankfully, so we didn't have to be too critical of him. Here's Teddy Coles into Jack. And there's Joey. Blocked well. Oh, I tried to pass it. Couldn't get the first time pass off. We're 1-0 down at the break. For the first time, we've not been that creative in a game. In all of the games we've played so far, we've averaged 10 chances per fixture. So far today, well, to be fair, 4, so nearly half of that figure in a half, but I'm going to need more. Sadly, given away. Look at that Bolton press, though. Why they're pressing like that at this stage, I'm not sure. Pass was meant for Elijah Stone. It wouldn't find him. He'll find him now. And here's Joey. And in the form that Joey Ironside is in, he won't miss chances like that. Level with 25 to go. Captain fantastic at it again. That's why we offered him twice his wages, to stay at the Abbey Stadium. Work this quickly across. I'm going to take my time. It's when we're slow and when we're... Ooh. Just the yellow, it seems. It's when we're slow, when we're composed, when we're calm with the ball in the middle. That's when the chances seem to come. Stone for Honeyman. Sherdler on, I think. I might do Sherdler, you know, for Ollie Burke. Burke's had a good game, to be fair. Let's do Sherdler for Lancaster and put Burke on the left and see if he can cut in on that side. Let's see what Sherdler can do as well, because at 67 rated, he's certainly high enough rated to, you know, get involved and have the chance. So we'll see what he can do. Here he is, number 29. Gets away from the defender, delivers a very dangerous ball that Ollie Burke fires into the side netting. Well, he's made an impression already, hasn't he? Sherdler, that was very good. We'll give it out there to Sherdler, but I've not got much in the way of support. Joey does drop like that, frustratingly, to get involved in the play when he really doesn't need to. Chapman will spread this out wide here to Ollie Burke. And I'll go back to Chapman if I can. And he's pushed forward here. Honeyman to win it! Big save from Trafford. Is that a save that denies us a victory? Is it a save that earns him potentially a move to Cambridge United? Maybe so. Sherdler will recover that. Nods it well to Josh Key, who will look in there to Ironside. Back to Conde. Chapman is here. Conde's coming again. And Ollie Burke around the outside. Standing it up. Well blocked. It'll be a corner. We might well win it with a last gasp set piece. Will we? No. Sherdler will nod this down, though. Brian. Is that another corner? He's offside. 1-1. It'll be a draw against Bolton. Then we have drawn quite a few games so far this season. But the undefeated streak continues. And we're putting together some decent form. We just need those draws to start turning into wins. And we will rocket up the table. Probably a fair result on the balance of play there, to be honest. Still unsure. I've got 3 options to buy at goalkeeper, and I haven't got a bloody clue which one to actually go for. I won't get Fuller. Cumming's supposed to be really good too, but I can't see anything about him. He's only 6'1". If Cooper was 2 inches taller, I'd definitely get him because he's younger. But Walton is better rated, 6'5". Cooper. Got a long throw tray. Solid player. Comes for crosses. Is very good as well. Trafford was decent, but not spectacular. Didn't really test him that much. I'll wait for the full scout report, or until we've got... hopefully we'll get a full scout report before the end of the window. It's only goalkeeper I feel like I need to buy in now. I just need Gwilt to turn 16, for Christ's sake. Is he now? He's got 90 to 94 potentially. Still 15. How long is your 15th year on this planet, young Michael? Jesus Christ. Oh, James Trafford, final scout report. Right. 68 rated, 74 kicking, boosts his overall. 69, 69, 67, 64 for the important stats. I am torn. He is taller, though. Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, Walton, Cooper and Trafford would all be good signings. 70. What are Trafford's reactions? 63. I'm going to go for Cooper. He's younger. Still has the potential to grow. I'm going to go for Michael Cooper. We'll offer a transfer fee. I'll offer them 2 mil and they should accept that straight off the bat, Plymouth. Which they have. Let's get a higher rated goalkeeper in. Let's get ourselves back up that table. Yes, he's only 6'1", but he's got the positioning to hopefully make up for that extra inch or 2 that's lacking in his height. A 4-year deal if you'll sign it. Good. No release clause is fine by me. And, well, he's not wanting much wage-wise at all. So I will actually be kind to you and offer you 3.5 if you'll accept it with a £26,500 signing on bonus. Welcome to the club, sir. Right, Trafford will go. Walton will go. Cumming will go. Rushforth as well. Bramwell I don't need. Perrington I don't need. I still might need a centre mid if we end up deciding to sell George Honeyman or if we get any other bids in. Tom Ince is still transfer listed at Stoke and would be all right, but not amazing. Hodges would be all right, but not amazing. I know Hernandez I'll say no to. I want to scout Selena, but won't let me. Scott, obviously, yeah, no, I'm going to take Hodges off because if I'm going to sign anyone else out wide, it's going to be Scott. Oliver Cooper at Cam might be worth a look. Might be worth a look. But at the minute, I don't need anyone else, I don't think. I don't need anyone else. Let's have a look at the squad. We've got numbers. Cooper's going to come in and go straight into the starting lineup. I don't need anyone else. I don't feel like I'm lacking anywhere at this moment in time. If we do find ourselves needing someone else, we'll do it in January. We'll leave ourselves the opportunity, the window, to do something in the next transfer window if we need to. But our manager rating is flying. Just please, for Christ's sake, don't let anyone else bid for any of my top players on transfer deadline day. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. No, not yet. No. Chapman's playing well at Cam. I'm not gonna move him back and then move either of the other two out of those deeper roles. My brain went, oh, maybe you could get Alex Scott and move Chapman down, but I'm not going to. I'm going to give Chapman a chance at Cam because it's where you guys have begged for him to play for so long. So he will play there for the first half of this season at the very least. Anil Hernandez has been sold from Norwich now and has gone to Hamburg. He was a player we had in our shortlist and just took off, as you well know. So the biggest transfer deals in this transfer window have been Goretzka to Liverpool for 128. You saw the other top three. Rafael Varane has gone back to Real Madrid. Camavinga's come to Leicester. Ruben Neves is now at Valencia. Usem Aouar is at Manchester United. Rudiger's gone to Roma. Verratti to City. That's a hell of a signing. Sandro Tonali to Leverkusen. Kimpembe to Juventus. Schick to Leipzig. Marlon to Wolfsburg. Mendes to Napoli. Diop. Who? Sofiane Diop. Don't recognise him. To Napoli. Andre Silva to West Ham. Leon Bailey to Inter. Patson Daka to Lyon. Correa Araujo's gone to Tottenham. Tammy Abraham's gone to Barcelona. Hello. First English striker to play up top for Barcelona since Gary Lineker, I think. Ben White has gone to Inter Milan. That's a hell of a signing for Inter. And a hell of a sale for Arsenal getting... Well, they paid nearly 50 million for him in the first place, didn't they? Donny van der Beek's gone to Fiorentina. Moise Kean goes to Manchester United. Ibrahima Konate goes to PSG. Rida Baku to Dortmund. Shaparenka to Osasuna. Boadu to Hoffenheim. Guedes to Leverkusen. Fofana to Lazio. Alaba to Arsenal. Okay. Estupinian to Juventus. Christian Romero has already left Tottenham already in this save, has now gone to Lyon as well. Thomas Müller to Manchester United. That tends to happen quite regularly, actually, doesn't it? Hermoso to Chelsea. Conor Gallagher's a player we could potentially sign at some point in this save later on. Brighton is now the club that he plays for £40.3 million. James Maddison to Real Sociedad. Jurien Timber to Wolfsburg. That's a big signing. Jakir to Monaco. Livakovic, a goalkeeper, to Wolves. And Rakic to Lille. That rounds out transfer deadline day. That rounds out a window that I don't know whether I'm happy with or not, to be honest. Another transfer bid from Cardiff for Joe Ironside. No, I'm sorry. We've made the decision that Joe Ironside is relatively untouchable at this moment in time. If we don't get promoted this year, Joe can go. But clearly, in this new formation, he's still providing a lot for us. So, he stays. Monthly scout report. Well, we might as well just have a quick swish through these. Still don't know if he's actually going to be any good or not, though. Connor Walsh. Wait and see what his actual position is after a third month. You're rubbish. You're rubbish. You're rubbish. Anything in England, perhaps. Hopefully, Connor Walsh will turn out to be decent, but I'm not holding out much hope. You're left back, but you're going to be rubbish. You're already rubbish. You're already rubbish. And you're already rubbish. To be fair, should probably hold out for players that are in the millions like we did before. So, Teddy, that's the starting lineup then. Cooper in goal. Key, Bryan, Jones, Coles, Burke, Stone, Conda, Lancaster, Chapman, Ironside. We are 16th in the table, but we've only lost 2 games. With 1 win and 3 draws. And to be fair, we could easily have won some of those games that we drew as well. We are only 4 points off 7th, 5 points off the playoffs. Charlton so far flying at the top of the table, actually. And we drew with them, didn't we, earlier on in the episode? In a sim, Charlton? Or was that? Yeah. Oh, no, we played Charlton and battered them 5-1. And that's the only defeat they've gotten. Jesus Christ. How competitive is this league? The side that's top lost 5-1 to the side that's 16th. Right, tomorrow, wow. The first game for Cooper is against Plymouth, his former team. Busy month, though. 6 games. So we'll probably, at this stage of the season, still look to sim and play rather than split the month into 2. But we'll wait and see how that goes. And that might dictate what we do between now and the end of the season. But at the moment, I would have been happier keeping the players I had, Okadina and Dapo, but happy enough with the replacements we found. And Dimmy as well. But happy enough with the replacements we found. I think. Let me know in the comment section. Give me a rating out of 10. How do you think that transfer window went? I'd give it a 6. If we hadn't lost Okadina and Dapo, I'd have given it a 9. Ah! We continue on tomorrow. I'll see you then.